All right, well, Ken's loaded up. He's got the cages out there. So all I have to do is bring the cats out. So I don't know.
Cool. They're ready if you want me to.
Yeah, because we can each take one.
Hi, I'm Sally Williams from Rumson, New Jersey, and I'm a volunteer at the Monmouth County SPCA. And today I'm going to tell you a little bit about our Backyard Buddy and Barn Cat program that I just recently got involved with. I started about a year and a half ago at the shelter as a cat socializer and became an adoption counselor and took some more classes there and started getting more involved with the cats that you see that come in the back on intake. The ones that were, I guess, frustrating for me were the feral cats, because as an adoption counselor, they're the ones who I couldn't put into loving homes.
Turns? Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. Aww. All right, we're ready to roll.
All right, have fun.
Thank you.
I think a statistic that people should know about, and I'm not just talking about cats in general, that the shelters tend to be 70% are euthanized and 30% get adopted. And a program like this is ensuring that it's not happening, because the feral ones would be the ones, obviously, that wouldn't make it out. And that's just not something that anybody wants to think of that's involved in, in working in a shelter. You can't help it, you want to save them all. I mean, we know it's not possible to save everyone, but we want to save them all. And so this program is helping us do that. Cats stay in the carriers. We put them into the crates, put the litter in, the food, and the water, and then we open the carrier doors and then close the crates. That way the cats are safe. They get familiar with their surroundings in that safe environment. They get used to the smells and the sounds. They get used to the barn owner. She's coming and going, so she can open up the crate doors and then close the carriers, change the litter, put more food and water in, and then open up the carriers again, close the crates. And the ideal time frame is 3 weeks, we've found. That seems to be a point where they understand that this is their area, this is their farm, and that way at the end of the 3 weeks we can release them. So, I mean, it's a pretty simple process as far as bringing the cat, getting together what you need at the shelter, packing it up, bringing it out, getting it set up. Then the work is, in the barn owner's hands at that point. Then we'll open up the crates and they'll do what they do. And hopefully we'll have a nice day and it will be a moment where they literally can walk off into the sun. That would be perfect.
And then come back.
And then come back, yeah. Yep. So that's the hope, is that they know where to come back to.
You were the vocal one. You're way back there. And up against the.
How does that feel to open that up like that?
I'm fighting back the tears. Let me just say that this kind of stuff really is very emotional for me. They're still a little scared right now, but especially knowing wherever they came from. These cats, one with a can on its head, one on the side of a highway, and now you just look around and sure, they're going to spend a little bit of time in here, but they're going to get used to their space, and then they are going to, you saw this beautiful farm, this is their home. Mm-hmm. That's remarkable for me. From the highway to the shelter to this. It's pretty amazing. Feels pretty good. I want to do it again.
Years ago, I was diagnosed with chronic fatigue syndrome, now called myalgic encephalomyelitis. I think there's so much truth to finding your bliss, and this I found is my bliss, And on days where it's really hard to get out of bed, I'm really tired, and I'm just not feeling good, with a little bit of time and then just, you know, just getting up and going, the days that I go to the shelter, by the time I leave, I've kind of forgotten about that. Yeah, I may physically still be tired, but my mind is off of it. So in a sense, it was very healing for me. I honestly have said now, I wonder if I give as much as I get. And I know I give a lot, and you know, some people give way more than I do, but I get so much back from this. I get energy, I get that, like I've said many times, that unconditional love, even at the shelter. I mean, these aren't my pets, but they just love you. You pick them up, you pet them. Even the scared ones, just the tiniest, slightest touch or just feeding them, I can't even express how much it's done for me.
It sounds a bit like you were a feral cat in a cage, and this process and this love of animals and the volunteer work at the SPCA kind of was your backyard, your barn, that kind of.
Yeah, it's interesting. I never thought about it that way. But yeah, definitely. I think anybody who's lived with any kind of illness and kind of wonders, you have that why me moment. And I think that I wouldn't have gone down this path. I would have kept living the way that I was living, and not that there was anything wrong with it, but I really wasn't kind of living in the moment. I wasn't really paying attention to what was important, and it forced me to slow down in a big way. For a long time, I really didn't get out and do much of anything, and so you try to figure out, okay, what can I do that's going to be rewarding, going to keep me growing as a person, and hopefully feeling better too. And volunteering is a perfect fit for so many people that, you know, maybe have challenges like I had. We have a group of volunteers that are organized now, so we updates and emails. So on the days that I'm not able to get to the shelter, I can still be helping. And so that feels really good. That, you know, keeps me fulfilled. And then on the days where I have more energy, I can come out and do something like this, or be a part of an event, some sort of outreach. I've gotten way more involved than I ever thought I would, but I think that the animals inspire me, but even more the people there I found incredibly inspiring. The ones who work there every day and have this incredible passion to save, you know, these lives. It's really, it's inspiring. You can't help but be inspired by it.
Okay, so we're back at the farm again, and today is the day that we are going to release the cats. And so we'll open the crates up, and they may or may not come out, but if we give them a little time and a little space, hopefully we can watch them come out today. I mean, it couldn't be a better day for this. It's gorgeous, and I mean, this is now their forever home. It's your lucky day. It's your lucky day today. Okay. So do you want to take their food out or just leave it? We'll just leave the food in. We'll just open these up. They can decide what they want to do. Guys?
They're waiting for me to probably shut their crate.
Yeah. Welcome to your new home. You're going to be so happy here. Well, as you can see, the cats are still in the carriers, which I think is to be expected. Although they seem very relaxed, I think that's a good sign that when we probably pack up and they get some space, they'll come out on their own. The fact that they didn't just dart out is wonderful. That means they're feeling really safe with the carriers. So we'll leave them here, and they'll come out on their own and probably explore and come back and get some food and go back and do a little bit more exploring. But I think that I would say that this has been a really good success story, and we'll give you some updates and let you know how they're doing in the future.
Thanks.